Greetings everyone, it's IT2 again, and I just finished my fashion video and now I'm just going straight into this one because look what I have found. There's this site, globe.adsbexchange.com. An ADSB is a thing that you put into an airplane, and it's like it tracks where you are. It's like a black box basically, and you can see all of the planes in the world. So like look at this plane here. You click on it, it tells you that it is a Lockheed U-2 NASA Neil A. Armstrong Flight Research Center plane. It is a massive, way bigger than all the other planes, and it's going like these weird patterns, like it went shoot shoot shoot. It's like it's doing scanning patterns over Oklahoma City, and now it's going straight north. This is all happening in real time. It took off from Salina Regional Airport, New Mexico, I think. Is that New Mexico? Yeah, if you zoom on all the way out, I mean, this is all the air traffic that's going on right now in the United States. You see a lot of lines, like this is California to Florida, this is like New York to Florida, or up in here, and you got this one that goes over Canada, and you got these people that are going off to Hawaii. And it even has like hot air balloons. If you look here in Sioux Falls, there's been this hot air balloon event the past couple of days. You can see like the whole path that they've went. Some of them will like let you track it. You can see like this one. I guess this is just, it probably matches the air currents because you can't control a hot air balloon. So this one should be like pretty much exactly the same as this. No, it's different. I guess the air current that they started out on would be different. So I guess that's how it comes out different. Well, if you click on this one, it tells you it's a Beech 90 King Air. You get the squawk thing here. See, this is like, it makes me want to learn stuff. I've noticed lately as I get older that I want to keep learning things. When I also got into that learning languages thing with Duolingo, it sparked like this whole like wanting to educate myself on shit thing. I just feel like it's fun. There's a lot of different things out there. Like, I thought I knew pretty much a little of everything that existed. I thought I was like really smart. Then I realized like, there's this whole thing. I was just reading this book earlier about fencing, and there's like this whole thing about 8 different forms of like fencing, like to sword fight. I'm like, I didn't know that. So I'm gonna get this stuff, and I got into this because of the show Secret Skinwalker Ranch. They have like all these big monitors. They have like a whole station set up where they can get all this data because they're looking for UFOs and aliens, portals. They're doing kind of like magnetic resonance and gravitational anomaly scans and shit. So they got something that like scans incoming radio signals or something, like a receiver. Like, I've seen that movie Arrival, I think. Is that the one where they see like they have the search for extraterrestrial life and they point a thing at a star to see if there's a signal coming from it, and if there is it seems like actual data, they'll move it away to make sure the signal disappears and move it back to make sure the signal comes back. So they make sure like there's a big spike in the radio signal so you can see like it's actually a thing. I don't know what that is, but I want to get into that. And I want to have like a command center. I want to set me up like a thing with like multiple monitors with like lots of like a lot of data. I just want a lot of data coming in. I can look at shit. I know there's like years ago I got into like IP cameras, which is like you can look up security cameras. Like I used to look at some at the beach, in some kind of beach, and like places like I don't know, anywhere that has a security camera that's like public like museums and stuff. Like people that, some places are like weather stations, like they have their own radar or something. They're like cameras you can like check the streets to see what the weather conditions are. Those kind of cameras, you can like pull those up and like have them on your computer. I don't know why I like care about all. Look at this. I saw some Black Hawk helicopters last night. I think this might be one. Yes, it is. Sikorsky UH-60 Black Hawk, Minneapolis. So if you think like the black helicopters are circling, if you're one of those conspiracy guys, you can use this to find out if they actually are. I was looking on Louisville, Kentucky last night, and they had police helicopters, which like any big city, like here's Milwaukee. They don't have anything going on in Milwaukee. It's just like one plane. Usually they'll have like a police helicopter out somewhere. And you can see the path that the helicopter took. and you could see like here's Detroit. Look at here. Okay, so here's Detroit. This isn't a police helicopter, but that's the path that it took. The police helicopters, you could see there's certain streets, like cross streets. I guess they're like bad criminal areas or whatever. Like they would just circle and circle and circle like 8 or 9 times. So you could like see what the police are up to using this. Some of these are like fighter jets almost. That one's like a 2019 Bombardier. Bank of Utah trustee. It tells you like who owns it, sort of. You can also get the altitude. Like I was at work the other day. I was looking at one of them was coming near where I work, and it was like 1,800 feet. I'm watching it come in. I'm like, oh shit, there it is. And I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, it's coming. It's like pretty low. I'm like, I hold my phone up to like maybe the pilot would see it. Like, look, I can see you. You can see me. I can see you. But what is this one? Piper Seminole, Kent State University. I don't know how these like banks and universities own helicopters, or maybe they just like fund it or something. I'm still learning about all this, but it's cool to have. I highly recommend somebody else getting into this with me so I can have a friend that's into this. So there's another thing. If you're not into airplanes, this is only one type of data I'm talking about, right? If you're into like scanning radio signals, this is what's called a web SDR that Skittles I think told me about, because he was using it for some shit. He was listening to what was it? The Russians talked about Ukrainians or the Chinese or something. He was listening in on some kind of war that was going on a while back. I don't know if it was this, but like this is one of the things you can use, right? This is a, let's see what SDR stands for. It's a software-defined radio, so it's like a chip. Here's another one that has like a picture of the thing here, and you like hook this up to an antenna, and then you output it to your web host or whatever, and then like people can tune into it. And it shows you down here like 681 users. If I start this audio, it's going to be really loud and squawky, so prepare yourselves. I'm going to use this one first because this one's a little software friendly. So it's got all these like hotkeys, like places that are already like tuned into the right place. Let me unmute it.
Gas prices hit another record high. The nationwide average. All the work while you just sit back and relax.
So this is like a Mexican football game? Yeah, this is like a Mexican or Portuguese football game or something going on. What? Ellicott City? What? Quantico? Is that where they train the FBI? So if you don't want to use these predefined things, you can just like pick this up and like scroll it around, and then really like mess with it. You can increase the bandwidth so you're listening to a wider range. It's like some Fallout shit.
Side total props, hard locks in Major League Baseball, and top.
But wait, there's more. If you don't want to listen to like typical FM radio or AM, this is the AM band. You can switch over to the FM band. Now everything is different. So this is called the cascading waterfall up here that shows you all the bandwidth traffic. But I switched bands and it looks all the same, so it doesn't really change the. I gotta like hit all bands. And then you got these lines that go across it. Like, what is this kind of thing that's like traveling across multiple bands? What is that, like a shooting star it's picking up or something? I don't understand. Then you got these other things like CW mode. Now this is kind of gets a little spooky. You can do this, and then there's a thing where you can adjust the filters, make it narrower. Whoa. way, I'm making a video right now. I'll be right back. Hang on, let me mute myself. Where's that? What's going on? Yeah, so sorry about your ears. So anyway, there was a thing on the show, Secret Skinwalker Ranch, that anytime alien activity would happen, they'd have a spike at the 1.6 gigahertz range, which I don't know which one of these bands that is, but if I take this and I set it to 1.6 gigahertz, that would be like 1600 something, somewhere around here. That's probably where the activity was, right? Then you kind of listen for aliens. Right. So I don't even know what any of this stuff is. Oh, hurricane watch. There's all these different like bands, and then there's like the modes, and then there's the filters. And you got squelching and notching, whatever the fuck that is. See, there's like so much stuff to this that I don't know. And then you got solar activity monitors. What the fuck does that even do? Whoa! Look at all, we got new data. So like if I had 5 or 6 monitors set up, I might redo my basement and like finish my basement, and I have a whole setup in there. I got this whole board to make like a conspiracy board thing with. And then you can like save some of this. Like if you look at this one, alright, this one's gonna be pretty loud. Alright, this one's got the monitor, the mute down here. A little bit more basic. You can zoom in and out of that. Where's my thing? If I take this up to 1.6. 1600 or so. You can really fine tune it with this. And then with this. And also, if you find a radio station on this one, like if you go down to here, yesterday I was hearing like somebody talking in German to somebody else talking in French. It's always like a high-pitched tone along with everything in this one though. Maybe I'm just a little bit unfocused on this thing. But like you get it just right. You can hear like conversations. There's probably like ham radio signals that you can get with this, and like people talking like with truckers radios and all kind, like air traffic. I'm sure you could probably tune into like that and listen to it. Or if I could figure out a way to like use that squawk number on the ADSB to figure out how to talk to people in the planes, then I can like watch the planes and I can like talk to them as they go by. I don't know. It seems like some cool shit you can do. But there's also when you go to the users, it shows like where everybody else is tuned into. So this is like, you can't click their name and like go exactly there, but like there's this whole log it's keeping track of. Like if you find something of people talking, you go to the logbook and you put like, here's the frequency I was on, here's my comments of what I heard, and like here's the country I guess that I heard it in or heard by, I don't know. And then if you go to the full entire logbook, it's like all this stuff. Inaudible in Central England. Good audio. People from different places like leaving notes. Listening from San Diego, California. Country, Spain. So they must have heard something from about Spain. Dusseldorf, Germany. I just learned that White Castle has Dusseldorf mustard, I think, the other day. NDB. I don't know what that stands for. But it's like all this data. Remember I used to use like IRC chat instead of like web chats that they have nowadays? You can just tune into IRC and there's like billions of channels. I want to get back into that too and see if that still exists. That's like a whole other thing. Yeah, I just want to have a whole massive setup, like, I don't know, like a hacker in a movie or something. Now that I've got money coming in, I got a good job again. I want to have money to like do stupid shit like this. Except for the gas prices being insane. So that's pretty much it. I just want to talk about like a couple of things that are pretty interesting if you like data and like gathering up. I bet fucking Sut Steve has some shit like this. He's probably got a whole setup already. He's probably like way ahead of me. I don't know if it's something about just getting old that you get into like nerdy ham radio shit. Maybe it's just because I'm getting older. This stuff seems more interesting to me. I don't know.